Hey, what's up guys, this is Soy. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a very special video. We are doing something a little bit different. Mindful mukbang. It's a new series I decided to start because I've been practicing a lot of thought work recently, and I thought it'd be fun to share what I've been thinking and talk about it and go through everything with you guys. I know I haven't had a video where I've talked, well, once again, every time I have to film a video, I might never do this, but whatever. Let's start the mukbang. Welcome back to my channel. This is Soy. I haven't done a talking video to you guys. All I can hear is the water running. I know I haven't done a talking video to you guys. I literally just finished doing hot yoga, so my hair, it looks like I just came from being a boy band, but whatevs. It's all about good energy here right now, and I just wanted to talk to you guys because it's been a long time, and it's something I want to do more of, which is kind of talk about something psychology related with you guys, and then dissect it together, talk, eat, chat, you know. If you guys like it, let me know. I have some other series ideas I'm coming up with. I don't know, I want to find things to talk about with you guys. So if it's your first time here, thanks for visiting. If you've always been here or you've always been listening, if it's your first time here, I'm gonna let you guys know that always the topics I discuss, I leave timestamps in the description, so check that out. And thank you if it's your first time here. Thank you for spending this time talking and eating and chatting with me. Let's get it started. Today we are going back to basics. We grabbed some stuff from the Habits. My first mukbang was the one in the bathroom, as you guys know, and that was actually with the Habit as well. So I was like, oh man, let's take it back to the Habit. Ooh, look at that bad boy. This is kind of healthy actually. Look at it. There's pesto, salami, a little bit of cheese, some garlic sauce, some grilled chicken. I like that they use salami instead of bacon. It's almost like a chicken BLT. Things to be mindful of, your diet. Got some peppers because y'all know I like it to spice up a little bit, even though I'm really bad with spice. I always enjoy it. I like that the Habit lets you have what is it? A pepper thing. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys what the topic we're talking about today is. Today's topic is going to be the idea of thoughts and minding your own thoughts. And I've been saying that a lot. If you're see me in real life, I've been talking about it a lot to all my friends. I was like, just mind your own thoughts. Instead of business, it's literally thoughts. Also, got mini sauces. I'm so afraid of this table. It's not really a table, it's a plank dropping, but whatever. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's too heavy. The sauces are too heavy. Oh, some of it fell out. I did half of their green beans, the tempura green beans, which is delicious, and the onion rings because, oh my god, you guys haven't had a mukbang with me in forever. You must think I'm so annoying. I'm so sorry. I really do miss you guys though. I like all the comments and everything you guys write to me. Yeah, okay. Onion rings, green bean tempura, so we're gonna try that out. This is their tempura green bean, like I mentioned. I like to dip it in their honey mustard. Onion ring. Also, can you guys tell how anxious I am? I'm biting my nails again. But I want to stop, so I'm going to stop. Don't worry, I have napkins. Oh, let's take a bite of the sandwich. Dang, I usually actually don't like tomatoes, but I guess I should try the sandwich as it is. I love pesto, by the way. Mmm! 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 So the Habit's knowing for charring their burgers and stuff. Chicken's fantastic. There's so much flavor in this. I wish I put more greens in it. I love sandwiches with a lot of greens, you know? Mmm. So I'm scarfing down food. I literally finished exercising and I went home and I was I want to film. So hungry. One more bite and then I'll start talking. Okay? Okay. Oh my god, I forgot to get the banana peppers. I don't know why I got 2 jalapenos. Anyways, just want to start off the video and say that I am not a psychologist. I have no training in psychology. I took some psychology classes in college, self-storage reading, all that stuff. But lately, I've been really interested in reading more books and listening to more podcasts from people that are psychologists. If you want to check them out, you can check out my IG story. I always like, when I listen to something and it really like provokes thoughts, I like to share it with everyone. And I've been sharing a lot of my IG stories. So I just wanted to basically share you guys what I've been doing for my own self-growth. Everything I'm saying is from my experience and my own personal journey in growing to be a better version of me. So hopefully, you know, if it does inspire you to learn more about the subject, of course learn more, but I am not a therapist and I can't 100% be right about everything. So I just want to make everyone aware that I'm not trying to come off as a professional or that I know everything, because it's not true. But one of the things I learned from this podcast called Unf Your Brain was the idea of thought work. And at first I was like, what does that mean? I am traditionally a really feeling-based person. I used to be very angry, actually. So anger is one of those emotions that just like, I used to think that I couldn't control and it really consumes me. But when I was listening to her podcast, she made a completely valid thought, and I've been practicing this a lot, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's not easy. Like, I definitely fall short of what I learn sometimes, but then I think the key is not to beat yourself up over the fact that you kind of messed up, but try to improve, you know, not really fix, but improve. And the thing she was talking about is how feelings originally come from thoughts, you know, and whatever thoughts we're having in our mind is the type of feeling that we're going to bring out. But this is key. Your thoughts are your thoughts, but also other people's thoughts are their thoughts. And realistically, we can't control anyone's thoughts, but our own thoughts, right? So a lot of times people have social anxiety, they overthink and all that stuff because they're thinking about other people's thoughts. Like walking into a party and thinking like, oh, how is this person gonna think of me? Like, are they gonna think I'm too extroverted, too introverted? Like, did they see what I wrote on Instagram? Did blah, blah, blah. And all these thoughts happen because of some internal conflict within ourselves, right? I feel like a lot of times the bad thoughts that I have are almost like insecurities or like self-projections of myself. I'm 100% sure that no one thinks about me the way that I think about me, right? Like, I saw this really interesting like quote picture. When we were younger, we think a lot about what people thought of us, and then when we get older, we don't care what people think of us. But then when we get really old and really wise, we realize that no one was even thinking of us to begin with. And I think if you come in with that logic, you won't have as much anxiety, you know? A lot of the anxiety just comes from us ourselves. Because example she did on the podcast, which I thought made a lot of sense, was like if someone cheated on someone else, right? Like, let's say you cheated on your partner, right? So the whole thought process is like your partner's gonna break up with you, right? But at the end of the day, like, their thought over the situation has nothing to do with you. Their thoughts are their thoughts. You have no control over it. Like, in retrospect, you shouldn't have cheated on your partner, right? Like, that's your own issue. That's your own action, right? So the consequence is that their thought process is going to be looking at that and deciding within their thoughts if they should keep you or, you know, move on from the relationship. You can't control that aspect, you know? Even if you were the nicest person to them afterwards, you can't control how they feel or how they think about you. And I think because we're too concerned as a society in general on how we can kind of impact someone else's thoughts, we forget that, like, with all this work and effort that we're doing and working, we can be working on ourselves, you know, and our own self-growth and our own self-thoughts. But we don't. Instead, we focus on other people's thoughts, which really, like I mentioned before, doesn't help. I know this is like a big circle conversation, but like I had to drill this into my mind several times before I got it. But after I got it, it was like, wow, this is moving forward. All I can think about are my thoughts, right? In the universe that we live in, energy is important. And like I said, like the mindfulness and all that's important. So my thought process lately has been like, if I am talking to someone and they say something and then I want to gossip or talk or do anything negative, I think, hold back. I think, what's my intention of giving this information? Or what's my intention of talking? What's my intention of commenting? Does it create a better space in the universe? Does it create understanding? Does it open communication? Does it do anything good? If it does not do any of those items and it just causes negative feelings, spreads gossip, is basically useless information, then why am I spending my energy and time emitting that type of energy into the world? So lately, since I've been doing that, I feel like I've been more free. Like, it's very liberating because your mind's just constantly thinking like, it's not a bad thinking. It's like, people are like, don't overthink, blah, blah, blah. It's not overthinking. It's being aware. You know, you're self-aware of what you're saying and the thoughts that you're saying. There's a very fine line between, no one can hold me back. Like, I have freedom. Like, I can say what I want. But at the end of the day, that energy isn't good. Why would you want to bring that type of energy into the world? Because when you think about it, we should be careful what we say, not because of like the caring about what other people think. You see, this is where it is. You have to be careful about what you say, because what type of things you're saying, they become actions, they become thoughts, they become other things. And you don't want to put negative energy into the world, because eventually it's going to come back and hurt you. Well, I sound really passionate about this right now. But it's true, I've been thinking a lot about it, and it's really been helping me cultivate like good relationships with people, because I'm not wasting time gossiping or being chatty or any of that stuff. Also, the bread they use is this ciabatta bread. If you never had it, I would describe it kind of like the sourdough bread, but not sour. It's like very squishy and very like buttery in the middle, and then it's like very good crust. So I think a lot of times relationships become toxic because the energy that we're emitting is not helping each other grow. But a lot of people are not smart enough to like really see that. Instead, they kind of focus on the idea of like, oh, this person is bad. That's definitely why this relationship, this friendship, this whatever doesn't work out. And in a way, I feel like it causes like a scapegoat, you know? Instead of facing the problem directly on, you're just thinking like, this is why it didn't work out. It's because that person's toxic, which is very vague, you know? So I don't want to think like that anymore. Oh, so you must be thinking like, Soy, if you're not thinking about negative thoughts and negative things, what are you thinking of, right? Because my mind can't just be not thinking. Tell you exactly what I'm thinking. Lately, I've been looking into this law of attraction thing, which is the idea that you attract what you think of. You attract the energy that you want. You manifest it. All of that is under the same realm, right? So I've just been thinking like positively, thinking like if something's bad happening, I'm like, okay, that's fine, but it moves on. I think it really helps us understand that our problems aren't that big, they're not that special, they're not that, you know, unique. They suck, honestly, for sure. And that type of feeling doesn't help us, you know? Like, if you continue to pity yourself and think of how you're a victim to this universe, you'll continue to walk this universe as a victim, because that's all you see. But if you change your mindset on thinking like, I'm grateful for this, I get to do this, I get to live, I get to do all this stuff, it really does change how you live your day-to-day life. Period. It's how it is. Because when you think about it, the more you think, like cars, right? Let's say when you're a kid, you play the license plates game and you're like, whoever finds the Florida license plate is the winner, right? So you keep thinking and looking for the Florida license plates, and the more you look for it, the more you see it. And it's not a coincidence, that's how it works. Your mind wants to see things that it's looking for, right? So you have to be really careful about what you're telling your mind that you want to see. If you're telling your mind that you're unlovable, you're ungrateful, you don't deserve any of this, then your mind's going to keep looking for things in your relationships, in your career, in your everyday life that really supports that. And that's, you just have to be better about it, like better at self-aware. that's a definite next video we're doing, is about self-awareness, because lately I've realized a lot of people lack self-awareness, and I at one point think that I lacked a lot of self-awareness, like not just not being present, but not being honest with how or who I am. You know, a lot of times it's really easy for other people to look at you and assume and judge, but a lot of times it's hard for us to see ourselves from like that aspect, you know? We just kind of like paint the picture we want to see, and that's not the best way of self-awareness. There's like a crunch to it. A lot of us walk this world with a lot of self-awareness, and I think that's very dangerous. But that's for a different video. We're going to do a self-awareness video for sure. I mean, anyway, the point of this video was for me to basically motivate you guys to think more positively, to do more good, put better energy into this world, and don't be too hard on ourselves, you know? You're not going to get this overnight, but you should work towards being the better version of yourself as you were yesterday. Like, I highly support self-growth. I'm sure you're working on it. I feel like you wouldn't be watching this if you didn't care. Or maybe you just wanted to see me eat. Either way, thank you. Oh, that one's a little salty. I'm gonna finish this onion ring and then call it a night. This last jalapeno to cleanse my soul. I'm getting so much better with spice. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching this video. I'm gonna save this for tomorrow. Not gonna finish it. I've been really good with my diet, so I'm gonna keep it up. If you like this or like want more information on the things we talked about, feel free to leave a comment. You know, if you don't understand something or like want help with something, let me know. Send me a DM. Send me a message, and maybe I can do like a Q&A, or we can talk about some problems. I don't know. Well, this is fun. Mindful mukbangs are going to be a thing, and I'm going to put good energy out there and hope that a lot of what I said today resonated with you guys, and thanks for watching. You know the drill. Love you always. Bye.